Welcome back to another edition of Martin Show. It's a few days before Thanksgiving. It's a few days before Black Friday here in the Inaka, here in the countryside, which means that it's only about a month away for the time that I need to head back to Bethlehem and be counted. No, I'm not Joseph. But you know, it is the season of it's the season of longing. It's the season of returning home. It's the season where the sun dies. It's the season where the sun is reborn. It's midwinter, and here I am in Japan. The most important thing about one of these YouTube videos is to have something really uplifting right at the beginning to get people locked in. What you're seeing here is the exact opposite of this. That, opposite of that. We just left my house and we're gonna take a little walk. We're gonna walk up the hill to see the things that are quite ordinary here in the Japanese countryside. Highlight tour. This building I'm quite fond of. It's one of those buildings that even I, at this point, I take for granted because I'm so used to seeing this type of Tom Sawyer meets Iron Giant construction, an aesthetic decision. But I know one day in the future, when this place is still this place, and I am still me, but we are both far apart from each other, I'll dream of these things. The fishing net. It's actually for probably covering trash that's miles away from the ocean. This morning light here. This tree. That thing over there, that's a water heater. It's a solar OG water heater. So you can take your uvalo. Uvalo is one of the 7 Japanese words that I know. It's a word for bath. It's my neighbor. She has geese. You know what? Maybe we'll make a little sidetrack and look at our geese. But first, this turquoise roof. I want to put this in my permanent memory bank on YouTube. I'm going to share with you. I was going to go up there, but we're going to go down here this way. My neighbor raises geese and chicken. She's not Japanese, she's Chinese. We're foreigners together. One of the cool things about being in Japan, one of the big takeaways is losing the Black Americanness and just becoming a general citizen and then becoming a foreigner. Like in America, if you're a black dude, you're in a special, category. Even there's like laws to protected class, I think is what it's called. But over here, there's no protection. Ohayo gozaimasu. I'm making a video. I know. I was talking about your geese. I'll put me in it, so you're not in it. Oh, you have a parakeet too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Mara. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. I will save you from the World Wide Web. What's the parakeet's name?
Taco.
Taco?
My nephew's name.
Nice. Very nice. Good morning, though. Ah, the geese. Is this a banana tree? Okay. My neighbor said, wait a minute. That means there's probably something that she's going to give to me because we are in Japan, the land of giving. But let's see the geese. Oh my goodness. That's a mallard duck. Good morning, Duck-chan.
Geese
Huh? They're hiding over there? Oh my god. Alright, fellas, don't worry. Wow. You guys have been back here the whole time? I've heard these geese for 3 years. I didn't know they were back here. That's incredible. That's incredible. I had no idea there were geese back there. Oh my god. I'm not pointing this at you. The duck. Hi. Hi. Ohayou gozaimasu. Sugoi. So, those are the geese. We're going to walk up this path. That's my neighbor who speaks English clearly. My English-speaking foreigner, sweetheart, neighbor that teaches me how to grow. Hey, you know what she's taught me how to grow? Is snow peas. Snow peas. Last February, we constructed she constructed, she's a doer. She constructed this fence network out of bamboo, and vines. And then at the very beginning of spring, the snow peas erupted from the ground, and we had snow peas for like 2 months. It's incredible. This is straight from the Studio Ghibli archives here. We've seen a photograph of this before. I mean, Mr. Rogers, he's my inspiration for all these videos. These are adult Mr. Rogers videos. There was a documentary on Mr. Rogers. I think there was one with Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump as Mr. Rogers. I've not seen that one. But the actual documentary on Mr. Rogers, you start crying in the first 15 seconds and you finish crying like as the lights come on in the movie theater. It just is a killer, man. I mean, you know, everyone has their faults and their flaws. Fred Rogers. And then if you're fortunate enough of a fool like me to have a kid, and you know Daniel Tiger. Daniel Tiger is an animated character based on Mr. Rogers' inventions. We've been over here before. We did a little opening in this barn. Oh, my second light. Look at that light. We did an opening in that barn. I don't remember whatever I've shot. It instantly is forgotten. Here's the moon over Marin. The dead Kennedys once sang about. The moon over the tea fields. But there's something over here we're gonna look at. Oh, this is a fire station water thing. When my house is on fire, I will have wished I learned about this. This is one of my favorite car parks. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's a blanket in front of it. I mean, no one does Japan like the Japanese. Look at that. There's some obvious reason why there's a blanket in front of this car park. And the K truck. It should be on the Japanese flag. When form met function. How beautiful is the K truck? It's got its own carpet. Maybe the carpet is just for the K truck. If you just pack up Japan and move it to New York City, that's the way that like every horrible thing that's happened in the history of mankind has happened. If you could just X and then Y, you could Z. I won't give examples because then, you know, we're going to be there. It's just... I love it here. You know, it's going to be wild to leave it. And, you know, don't panic. I'm not leaving tonight. I'm leaving on Thursday. Just kidding. I'm leaving next Wednesday. You know, but these videos are eternal. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. This bit. These are green tea. These are green tea bushes. Let's just walk down here. This is one of the 10 trillion things I've wanted to record. Visual symphony. This old tree. And this car park. Let's just do a little pan to see the gloriousness of the countryside. Those are solar panels up there because Japanese don't care. Ancient tree. It looks like something you see on the savannah in Africa. That's really what I wanted to see. I ordered shoes on Amazon. I have big feet here. I've had big feet everywhere, but I have extra big feet because I'm a foreigner in that land of people with small feet. The shoes I ordered are too big, but I kept them because I thought it was silly to have on shoes that were one size too big. Show you the shoes, of course. Ridiculous, isn't it? Grown-ass man. Wow, look at that. Let's do a bigger shot. Japan, the land of the rising sun. Ancient traditions meet modern times. On this episode of What's He Gonna Say Next? So yeah, this is my small brain enjoys beautiful things, and man, this place is beautiful. If it wasn't this, if it wasn't that, if I wasn't this, if I wasn't that. I'm trying to cut the piece that I made in Osaka, but I have so much footage, and so much of the footage is meditative, and unless I jump around and blah, 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 and talk all over it, it'll be a video where 45 people watch it. And if 45 people watch it, I'd rather just not even put it out there. I'd rather just enjoy it myself. So that's sort of the debate I'm going through. Oh, what's there? Ooh, that's a box of Ortigas. This is an OGT farm processing joint. That box right there is the kind of box you put tea in. Someone that can read Japanese is like, it says tea! Alright, calm down, man. I don't care. Here's that Tom Sawyer meets the Iron Giant house. So much pretty stuff. Watch, I can do the sun passing right behind that house. Japan is a land where ancient architecture stands in stark contrast to the modern Shinkansen. Today, on the moss show. We will be looking at moss. We're going to go to an expert who's been studying kanji and katakana and hiragana, the three completely impossible to understand languages, since he first had an interest in ramen. We're going to cut to our native expert. Our native expert is named John Smith. Hi, I'm John Smith. I know all the hiragana. That's right, I just made up a language called hiragana. All right, John Smith. Wow, look at that. You know the Beatles wrote a song about me? It's called The Fool on the Hill. You probably have never heard it before. Ohayou gozaimasu. Over here, in Japan, we sleep on futon. And futon, you lay out in the sun to sterilize. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And those are futons lying in the sun sterilizing. Same as it ever was. This is a house that no one lives in. The main drag here. This is the store. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou gozaimasu. Sumimasen. And this is the place where you can get yourself a, you know, stuff. It's like year one kind of fun. Konbini. Drinks. But this joint here, this is where God makes tofu. And they sell beer. It's just beer and tofu. I mean, the two seem like a marriage made in heaven, but not only do they make, you wouldn't even think that like tofu, it's like saying like, oh, I only drank like Fuji water. You wouldn't think that tofu could get incredible. But this place makes really, really good tofu. And they have a beer vending machine. Now, one thing I would change is that this sucker turns off at about, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. And you know, when you go to a beer vending machine, can we keep it 100 for a minute? When you go to a beer vending machine, it's definitely a post 10 p.m. voyage to a beer vending machine. There's goldfish. And I've killed many a goldfish, but these goldfish live forever. This is someone's house, so maybe we can just go down low and look at the fish. Good morning, fellas. You and me have a lot in common. The only difference is you have friends. Don't worry, fish. I have a credit card. I bet you guys have never seen Sonic Youth play in Central Park in 1993. Well, I was there, fish. So don't judge me, okay? I've seen things. I bet you guys weren't interns at Saturday Night Live either. I met Cindy Crawford. Fish are so like, they think they're better than everyone that's fish. Fish. See how the light is down there. Ooh. Here's a house that was recently abandoned. And I love this guy. I like that it has, that's the parking lot there. So I guess this is actually, you know, this is the road. This road. So nice shoes, son. Are those Bugle Boys? Those is a road. It goes to this house and this house. It was rather unceremoniously abandoned. But because we live in Japan and no one takes anything ever, it's just pristine. There's going to be a globe right. Here's the globe. Where is the globe? Gaijin Otosan has come in here and looked around. And I'm not saying Gaijin Otosan like, you know, like Johnny Carson. It's just that's the name I think of because I'm being such a Gaijin Otosan. Like, who else is going to be out here with a gimbal but a foreign daddy? Ooh, the oranges are coming to fruition. More fruit that no one will ever pick. These aren't oranges. My son and I call these yummy fruits because we picked them and added sugar to them. They're really sour oranges. We don't have anyone to tell us what they're actually called. We call them yummy fruits because they're yummy when you add sugar to them. It's a yummy fruit tree. I don't know where that globe is. Maybe someone came and picked the globe up. Yeah, this is an abandoned house. I guess they came back and got the globe. The owner was just like, Susan, you left the globe? That's it, Susan. I can't believe you. Oh, I got the globe. It's still there. So yeah, this is the little path that leads back to my little shotgun shack. These tea fields are actually used. You know, speaking of shotgun shacks, you know, there is that song David Byrne wrote, you know, you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. You may find yourself in another part of the world. You may ask yourself, Martin, how did you get there? You may ask, am I right? Am I wrong? You may say to yourself, my God, Martin, what have you done, man? Should we go to the Jinja to wrap this thing up with a little bit of style? Or should we go to the Jinja or should we look at the house that's being constructed? I think we will go to the Jinja. Jinja is the word for shrine or temple. I don't know, man. I have no one to teach me. You have yourself to teach you. You could be learning in a book like I did. Well, I'm not learning in a book because I'm not you. I learn through experience, and this is the experience that I'm having. The experience of not learning these videos. When I'm an older man, I look at these things. I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, man, you were much better looking than you thought you were. Did he just say that? Is he that shallow? Yes, I'm that shallow. This is the garden that's run by the Jinja. Cottage. Still's got its morning dew. You know, a lot of you probably don't know this, but you know, babies come from cabbages. This is where the miracle of life comes from, right here. That's right, kids. Anyone's watching this, this is where you came from, a cabbage patch. So they're gonna have 2 kids. Maybe it's twins. Let's see what that is. That's something. It's coming up there. This is sweet potatoes, I think. These are onions. Looks like they're growing a martin too. It's coming along nicely. Yep, my martin's up to 84 kilograms. I think he's gonna be quite a raw one this year. We're gonna kill him around Christmas time. Yeah, that's where we're here. It's time to go back to Bethlehem. Old Pontius Pilate. Romans. But before we go back to be counted and to pay our taxes, I have to tell you, I got a little problem. Mary, she's pregnant. She's got a baby. No, not my child. His name is Darth Vader. For some reason, everyone's calling him Anakin. This is the Jinja. Same as it ever was. 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 Same has it. Ever.